to this edition of the Optometric Glaucoma Foundation's educators meeting. Thank you everybody for joining us. We again are doing it in a virtual fashion. We discussed back in the start whether we can do this or not. The decision that many people in institutions and schools are not yet able to travel, at least back last winter when we were planning. And I think even now that's the case to a smaller extent. And with everything going on, I think we did, make the, the proper decision. With Kelly Rogers, who I think are our administrator, our executive VP, who has really done so much to help us, along with Mike Chiglazian and Richard Madonna. And I really think we have a great program for you. We have the Shira Kresh, and I'll introduce her in a second, and Paul Singh and Alex Wong. But first, let me just mention, really thank our sponsors, and our sponsors are Aerie Pharmaceuticals, Allergan, Bausch and Lomb, or Heidelberg, who have lended support so that we're able to put this program on. We again welcome your feedback for this and what topics you feel are would be useful, especially from a glaucoma educator's perspective. And the last session today, which is going to be moderated by Mike Chiglazian and Rich Madonna, is going to be a breakout session for all the educators just to discuss issues going on, what can be, what are hot topics, and that's really always, extremely valuable. I'm going to be turning the program over just a second to John McSorley. Going to go until about 11:40 to 11:45 Eastern time. Then we're going to take a break, come back at noon with Dr. Alex Wong. And if you've never heard Alex speak before, you're really in for a treat. And then we're going to finish up this afternoon with Dr. Paul Singh on, what's new in glaucoma, concentration on surgical advances. And if you've never heard Dr. Singh before, you're also in for a treat. Both Alex and Wong are really, Alex and Paul are two of the really rising superstars within glaucoma. So it's great that we have them. Shira Kresh, these first two lectures are actually pre-recorded just because of, religious reasons for Shira not being able to be here on a Saturday. But Shira is a graduate of SUNY Optometry. She did a residency with myself at the New York VA. For the last several years, she's worked within the glaucoma service at Columbia University. The optometric group that she has developed. And she just recently moved back to Kresge Eye Institute, where she's going to be director of optometry in Detroit, in Michigan, where she is from. But with that, let me just turn the program over to Dr. John McSorley. And if you don't know John, John is one of the original members of the Optometric Glaucoma Society. And John is, in my mind, one of the giants of glaucoma, and just doesn't get much recognition, nowhere near what he deserves. John has been in Baskin Palmer for many years, and without a doubt is probably the brightest guy there is in all of glaucoma, at least on the optometry side. I mean, if when he has been involved in taking care of all the giants of glaucoma at Bascom Palmer and continues to do so. So with that, let me turn this program over to John just for brief remarks on Shearer's talks, and then we'll play the talks.
Hi, good morning, everyone. It is great to be here. Murray, thank you for your kind words. I think they're a little bit generous, or a lot generous, but thank you. I also want to thank the Optometric Glaucoma Society and the Optometric Glaucoma Foundation for putting this together. There is considerable effort behind the scenes to make this as good a program and contribute to our profession to achieve this. So I'm very glad everyone on this meeting today is here, and I hope you can take it back and help those for whom you're charged with their education. So that's great. One of the things I have learned along the way is that when somebody very talented has something to say, the best thing I can do is basically stop talking and let them speak. So I've been very impressed with Dr. Kresh, and we actually had a long conversation yesterday. And the insight she offers, I think, is unique and very valuable. So without me talking long, I'll turn it over to Dr. Kresh, and I thank you all for your attention. And at the end, we'll have an opportunity for some discussion.